Hi, I'm Brian and I'm a uni student, and in my time as a student I've had some quite good lecturers and some not so good ones. So here are a list of a few of the worst offenders, and let's see how many of those you've got as well. Let's get started. The talkers. Okay, so honestly we've all had teachers or lecturers or anyone like this, people who go off on like long tangents and go off telling us about their life story for ages just because of one word or one little thing that tripped them off in their lecture. And I'm not really against this, just it's annoying when you have a 9 AM lecture and you come in and it's just a whole life story and not so much content. So yeah. The slide readers. These are the sort of people that could be replaced by a text-to-talk program. They spent ages making this presentation and they're really proud of the prep that they put into making that presentation, and so they think that they don't need to do anything else and they just read out the presentation word for word. The rushers. These are the sort of people who prep a ridiculously long, 500-page presentation for a 2-hour lecture where there's no way that you're going to get through all 500 of these pages, but God do they try. They will go through them at the super quick speed, and you'll end up being able to take no notes, and you'd have to go back after the lecture and go over the presentation and take notes from that again. So it's just the worst. The whisperers. So I had one of these this year. It's pretty self-explanatory. They just kind of stand right at the front of the room and just whisper. They're always standing a little too far from the mic as well, so the mic doesn't pick them up. And so it works to keep the room really quiet because everyone's really, really trying to listen. But honestly, the acoustics in this place aren't that great. The whole back half of the room becomes useless, there's no point. The strict ones. Okay, so these are the ones who don't quite realise that we're not school students anymore. I had this one lecturer who wouldn't let anyone go to the toilet for the entire time during her 2-hour lecture because it was distracting, and this was after our short little lunch break period. So yeah, that was really hard. And the last one, and possibly the worst offender in all of this actually, is the audience participation-ERS. That's not a word, but yeah. You know those lectures that you just turn up to, but you have no energy to do anything in? You go there, you take a couple of notes, you try to absorb what the content of the lecture is, but you can't be bothered to actually do anything. Yeah, this sort of lecturer makes that impossible. I had one who would single out people at different points of the lecture hall, so she would be people from the front, people from the back, people from the middle, and made everyone congregate into one section so that they would be less likely to be picked. But she would always make sure that she would find someone who didn't know what they were saying and try to get them to say something. And what's even worse is she wouldn't take "I don't know" for an answer. So I'm here to try and learn this stuff, and she would be like, no, you know, and I'm like, I really don't. So those are just a few of the bad lecturers I've had. Tell me down in the comments below if you've had any lecturers like this or your worst lecturers, and subscribe by clicking over here and watch my last video by clicking here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.